Hello all, Seriously is here, back for some more finishing Permadeath, and today we are going to do some base building. Well, groundbreaking. I don't know how much base building or finishing we're going to get done, but I've done a little bit of groundwork, laying out some spots already, but we're on the freighter in the home system right now because we need to send out frigate missions. The reset just happened today. I'm going to send out some missions, and we're going to head over to the new base sites in the Pixies system. 26 hours, 21 hours, and industrial. Okay, well, I'm going to send this one out because it's a long mission. I swear, these just came back. This guy has still not leveled up. A couple of these leveled up, and I've renamed them. The two 4% ones both hit S class, and they're both still 4%. But that's great. They are my second and third best. They're tied for second place. Yeah, I've got a tie for first place with the 5% and a tie for second place with three 4% now. So don't have anything better than 5% still. That's a shame. Those 4% had good odds of being able to beat it. A 2 or a 3% addition would have been better than what I had. But I got nothing. Nothing. So we're waiting on these last ones. Let's send that one. It's not going to hit S class. I don't think it's going to hit A class. This has more missions spent than like most of these ones. All right, this is a general mission, 26 hours, so we do want to reduce the time 3%, 3%, 2%. We're well over 100 and everything, so we don't need to hit 150, but why not do that if we can? See what we get. 24 hours, you know what? Can I send one of those? No, I don't have any of those. That'll do. That's fine. It's a little bit over the timer. That's a shame. But these all need the experience. This one apparently the most. If this one comes back B class, I have some hope for it. And if it comes B class and it has a mission reduction duration, like I said, I'll take this as A class. If it has a 7% mission reduction or an 8% or a 10% mission reduction, even if it's A class at max, I'll keep it. It's worth it to me. But I don't have hopes for it. 21 hours, we can do that as well. We got more to level up, just these two, and neither of them are Explorer, but that's okay. We're going to send some support with it. That'll help get our 68 pretty much instantly to 150 with one ship. Yeah, that's fine. But I would rather get more points to some of our better ships. And why not continue leveling up the ones that just hit S-Class? Because this one here has leveled up quite a bit already. So let's send it out on the industrial mission. Let's give this one a bit more experience. And ooh, this one's got low stats. This one needs to level up a lot more. We'll send the U out as well. One of these, oh, there it is. I named it. Look at the fuel reduction on that. Minus 27 fuel reduction on that. That's a long mission, so let's send that one with it. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, well, that's pretty good anyway. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to send that as is. I do want to send that industrial mission because I like the stuff that comes back from it, and I'm doing a little bit of trying to pay attention to the results we get depending on what we send. So far, my experience has been that it doesn't matter if we send 150 points worth of only industrial frigates or 150 points worth of only support frigates. I seem to get the exact same basic rewards. It's hard to tell because the rewards seem to be generated randomly, sort of. They're not always identical. But I'm going to send some support missions, support frigates on this industrial mission for the experience and for, because. And why not that industrial ship as well? Get it some experience as well. Why not? Cool. Uh, Cost me 0 fuel. 0 fuel to send a 5-hour mission with these ships. Even one of them isn't even a support ship. Launched for 0 fuel. Done and done. All right, that part's done. Off to the bases. This time I'm going to remember to warn you right away. Should I switch ships? What ship am I on? What ship am I on? No, we'll take this ship and we'll switch ships if we start building. We'll switch to the build ship. This is going to be loud. Be careful. Listen up. It's going to be loud. The Gamma Runes. That's where we're headed. This is a base I have set up. Okay, watch it. Boom. All right, there we go. This is a base I have set up. It's got nothing built except an unpowered base terminus teleporter thingy. We're going to be able to get to it, but we're not going to be able to teleport back. We don't have a landing pad, so the ship will be there, but we're going to have to use launch fuel to take off. And it is built in a natural placed ruin. So I had an idea for this one. And the reason I built it here is because it's 30 units away from a natural power hotspot. And the only thing we need to harvest here is uranium. We don't need to grab anything else. So I haven't even looked for other things, just the power and the uranium. But I did find those, and I have dropped. Oh, good. We didn't fall to death. Did we? Where are we? Okay. Well, the walls haven't all spawned in of this. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, well that puts a damper on my plans to build in here. Oh, is the game freezing? Maybe stuff's loading in. No. Yeah, that's not as cool as I had hoped. Well, poop. But yeah, there's a power hotspot like basically right over here at this rock. Let's take a peek. Over at this rock, I guess? Okay. It's only a C power hotspot, but that's fine. That's more than enough to power a couple of electromagnetic generators. And the uranium, where is it? There it is, right over there. I don't know why I made it orange, but I was using yellow for power on the other planets, which if we take a peek, oh, the clouds are blocking us, and we have a storm coming. So let's get out of here. That's this base. I'm going to set it up real quick. I've already grabbed the words here. Yeah, I was hoping to get it going inside of this thing, because it's a little bit dilapidated. It's got destroyed floors, and it's leaning a little bit, and I thought I could put some of the stuff in there, like the teleporter terminus on a bit of an angle, leaning up against the wall, and maybe the storage silo is going to be inside there, busting through a floor or something like that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I do have, I don't know which ones these are and which ones those are. It's hard to tell. The game does not like it that it's on the other side of the moon. Okay, this is the one we're headed towards. So I've set up power there. You can see a yellow marker and a couple, at least one other one. And similarly there. So this one here, yeah, that's the corrosive planet. It's got aggressive sentinels. It's going to be not too fun to build on. It also has activated indium, so that's not too much fun weather. So does the gamma. Actually, the gamma is also activated. So those two will be fun to set up, but I thought today we could do a bit more of a chill build and set up the platinum mine on Farnsworth, I believe was the name of this one. And yeah, you can see I have 3 spots designated here. I have a gold, a silver, and a power hotspot. There is a landing site there. Should I land there? Should I land in between all of these and set up the base in the middle? Something else to consider is that this planet does seem to have caves. We can maybe try to do an underground base. See, there's a cave right here, about halfway between them. Let's land and take a peek. All I've done is found the hotspots. I haven't done any base siting or planning whatsoever, so this is just going to be a fly-by-the-cuff sort of thing. See how it goes. See what I like. All right, not a very big cave here. Basically just a hole in the ground. It's a little bit of a nice... Oh, neat. Still, though, not a very big cave. A nice hidden cave addition, but that's still not Not very big. Not what I'm looking to build a... Oh. Oh. Hello. Okay, we got some hazardous plants. No. No, not very big. Alright. Away we go. So how far away are we from each of these things? Am I going to be able to tell? No, not unless I mark them. Alright, let's mark them. It's still not going to tell me, is it? Alright, well, I'm about halfway. Okay, let's get a vantage point up here. This is Permadeath, so I don't want to just... And it's not a low-gravity planet, so I don't want to just jetpack up super duper high, but I want to get a look around. I think I see a cave over here. Let's take a peek if that's any better. I don't have to build in a cave. It's just an idea I had that maybe it would be cool to do. Oh, neat. I wonder if there's... I mean, not that anyone else will be able to get past them. If I build like a... Oh, hello. There definitely is more cave behind these things. Now, is there a way through without destroying them? No, not really. Well, that can be a good or a bad thing for a base. It gives the... well, actually, these can just be farmed away, can't they? Yes, they can. These are not actually parts of the ground. So that could be cool for a secret entrance to this base, is to have it blocked off by those. I'm not too much... This is a pretty good building space. There's a lot of space in here, but I'm not too big of a fan of all of those up there. How far away are we from each of these things? There's the gold, there's the power. Where's the silver? Oh, why is it down so far? Sort of wish I had used all different colors on the different planets, because now I'm mixing them all up. Alright, well, what else do we have down here? How far does this cave go? What else do we got? Alright, lots of hazardous plants. I don't know. We could use the cave. There's no reason to not use the cave, I guess. Ease of access is one reason to not use the cave. We're going to want to be able to get in and out of here pretty quickly. Something else to consider is maybe design. Do we want to do something that looks neat? And what would the look be? I don't think this is the way we came. Uh-oh. Slightly lost. Slightly, just a little teeny bit. It's a good sized cave if I can get lost in it, though. Yeah, this might be the way we came, with those things in the way, right? That's a pretty cool cave. Could be better. I think what I'm missing is the stuff that you'd find on other planets that aren't glitch planets. So it's not going to matter where we build it. I think a nice flat surface up here might be the best bet. We can maybe make it hovering. Yeah, we're going to get a nice view of that. Lots of benefits of building on the surface, I think. Just because there are caves does not mean we need to use them. Alright. So let me take a peek at how far away we are from stuff. Now, one way to do that is to drop a base computer, claim the base, and if you like it, where it's at, if you think it's nice and even, you can leave it there, or you can undo the base and move it based on where you think you need to move it. So we could do that. But I think this is a good enough spot. We're definitely going to be in range of everything. So let's find a spot for the actual base computer. I think where we're standing is pretty much good enough. So let's just build one and see what we get. I could call in the build ship. Don't think I'll need it yet. Let's see, oops, not general, portable, and base computer. We'll do it with my normal colors, regular pattern, texture that is, and we'll angle it a little bit to center it to us. A little bit better at least. Doesn't really matter which way it's facing. We're not, oh, that was a bit too far. We're not, well, sort of faces that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's take a peek at how close we are. When this zooms up, we're going to get to see if those things are about equal distance from this base computer. So claim base, zoom up, and no, we're a lot closer to the power, which is the farther of those two, than we are of the others. But that's fine. That's okay. We're still within range. We are within range. So what we're going to do is now, I'm going to recharge my hazard protection, my life support. That's what I'm going to do now. And now I'm going to call in the other ship, the build ship, because I can. And first I'm going to make a note of where my ship is. It's just over that ridge. Maybe I should call that ship in here first. Let's do that. And now I'm going to call the build ship in. This way I won't lose the build ship and my flyaway ship, because I'm not going to fly away in the build ship. Even though it's perfectly serviceable, it's not as well updated. It does look really cool. And one of them does look more like a hauler than the other one, but this holds just as much stuff, so this is the build ship. Okay, so we are in the build ship. We've got lots of dust, actually we don't have lots of dust. We've got no dust at all. We can't build with concrete, except with what we're carrying. So what we're going to do is go a little bit ways off of the base range, just so that we don't accidentally add to the, whatchamacallit, the limit for terrain editing on a base. We want to be outside the range of the base when we scoop up some terrain here. How far away are we from that computer now? Probably far enough, but let's go a little bit farther. We are going to be extending the borders, but we haven't done it yet. Alright, so let's dig right through this thing. Terrain manipulator, and let's make it big. When you're grabbing ferrite dust or silicate powder, you do not need to have it small. In fact, for some reason, the big setting seems to work best. I think just because you're always grabbing something. No matter where you hit, something is getting destroyed by this beam. And it doesn't matter what you hit, pretty much everything you hit is silicate powder. So this makes you more faster in my experience. But we're going to store a big chunk of this on the build ship as well. This is one thing that's been missing from the build ship since they updated the game. That it doesn't take ferrite to make concrete, it takes silicate powder. And we're going to recharge this thing. We're going to try to get in the habit of using magnetized ferrite to recharge the terrain manipulator, because it's something I don't use very often. I use magnetized ferrite to build, a couple bits of base technology like batteries, or I think EM generators might use magnetized ferrite, but it's not very much, and I don't build like 1,000 of those things per base. I don't need tons and tons of ferrite. Magnetized ferrite. So I'm going to try, because I just keep building it up from pirates and all that stuff. Now, this might be visible from the base area, so what we're going to do is undo that, which costs us pretty much nothing. We don't have to spend all of that silicate powder we just earned to do this. We can just do it. As you can see, my power isn't reducing on the terrain manipulator at all. And if we look at the stores of what I've earned, you can see I still have, let's take a count, 500, 703 there. Let's restore everything here and see how much we got after, right? cut a mountain away, bring a mountain back. But I don't want to do this on the base just in case these sorts of edits count towards the complexity for terrain edits. Because I suspect no matter what I do, there will be some sort of me needing to use this tool to restore terrain. So many pieces you place destroy a little bit of the terrain and you want to restore it, so there we go. Good as new, right? Alright, now let's take a look at the inventory. What do I got? 703. So it used absolutely none. It's a great method for just harvesting silica powder when you don't have any. It takes a hot minute. That wasn't very short, but yeah, we didn't use it on the base. We gained a good chunk. We're going to be able to build lots of concrete stuff with that. Now let's head back to the building area. And what we're going to do today is extend the base borders out to those three things. So I think, based on where we placed the base computer, we might be very close to both the gold and now the power's sort of far away. The power's going to be 500 or 600 units away, I think. But we might be very close to the gold. Now, should I just start heading in this direction here, more towards there, and hope that that's already in range? Let's just fly over there, because we can see where the base computer is. So we'll fly right over to here, and that'll tell us how far it is. And we get a pretty good view. I like this planet. Alright, base computer is within build range. So if we go into builds, structure, basic, yeah, we can build concrete from here. So what I'm going to do then is maybe just extend the base this way. No. No, I'm going to extend the base from the base computer to the power hotspot directly, not from the gold hotspot. Because I eventually do want to be able to draw power straight to the base from the power hotspot, and I don't want to have to stop off at the gold hotspot to do so. I don't know that we need to extend anything to the power to the gold hotspot. Okay, so let's go. Where's the computer? Right there. Silver's directly on the other side. We did get it pretty much right in between those two, which is nice and impressive. If we could have spaced it a little bit further, would have been even better, but a nice flat spot is what matters most to me. I think that's far enough away. Yeah, we can start extending it. Let's at least get into build menu, go to structures, and I think, you know what? I think metal is going to work on this metallic planet. So let's use metal for these things anyway, even though we just grabbed all that ferrite. All that dust too. I'm going to call it dust forever. It is basically dust. Sand. Grabbed all of that sand. Let's get my colors going on this pillar here. Should we color this? Should we texture this? We could. I don't think we need to. We're headed in that direction. No, let's not do that. Let's just leave it with this. I think this atmosphere leads stuff to keep its pristine texture. And I don't want to put the fancy wood grain sort of brushed steel texture on this. So we're going to leave it as is. Put another one up there. And we're just going to head out and keep placing these things every couple of feet. Somewhere that we can make a nice power line. Seem to have direct line of sight. I like to, at least. You don't have to. You can have the wires go straight through the ground, no problem at all. And like I said, with caves here, maybe we want to do that. Let's turn this around. There we go. And put it right here. There we are. And put the next one on this ridge here, but we'll turn that around as well, I think. There we go. Can I place it there, or is that... No, it's a green state. Okay. And I'm not losing the build menu between the two. Perfect. That's great. Okay. And looks like we're there. So I'm just going to put one right here on this ridge here so we can go around this structure here when we're powering stuff. So that is the power done. Did I already scan this one? No, that was on the other planet. It's an A hotspot. That's great. Both of the gold and silver, I think, are C-class. But that doesn't matter. We're not going to be farming a ton per hour here. We're not going to be coming here every day to get 10,000 gold and 10,000 silver. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So no structure today, but groundbreaking. We're actually building a base again. We got ourselves doing some construction. Base computers are placed. We've got markers placed for all of our hotspots. And we're going to have to think of something to do for the structure. It's a shame that when we warp into that other base, the ruins disappear, the walls. They were all there before. Oh well. Alright, so I think this ridge here should be about 160 away. Whoa. Let's not fall in that hole. Okay. Base computer. Yeah, okay, perfect. So we will build our first piece up here. Build menu, structure, metal. Still got the colors, yes, okay. Yeah, sure, let's put this one on an angle. I think I'm going to do the four-pronged post anyway, you know, with it facing in each direction. But for now, we'll just set up one on each little ridge so that it's not floating. You know, see how it's floating a little bit there? But if I rotate it, nope, it wants to, there, that one isn't floating. That one's sticking in. See what I mean? It's going into the terrain there at the bottom. The other ones were floating above it, so there was a little split, little piece of air there that I didn't want to have. And these are a little bit close. They don't need to be this close together, but especially since we're still within base range. We're not extending anything yet. Well, probably soon we are. So let's be a little bit more conscious of how close we're placing these. Let's put this one in that piece of metal if we can. Come on. And I could go into build camera. That would work. Let's see what that is. You can't get very precise placement from this angle. I could have jumped up, tried to place while I was moving. No, you know what? I am not liking that. That is hovering, so I am going to delete that. And luckily, I'm still within base placement range, so I can move this. Now, like I said, let's put it in this metal. There we go. So now, even if it's hovering, I can't tell. Looks good to me. Looks good. Next one. In this piece of metal, maybe. Alright, let's try that build camera trick I was talking about. Now this takes a bit of extra time, and look how far we are from that thing. We don't need to waste all this time. Is that going to work for all four? I can't tell if that's facing the right. It is not facing the right way. There we go. Yeah, all four seem to be sticking into that thing pretty nice. Okay, cool. Let's get back onto this. Let's get out of build camera and continue marching towards our target. So I'm going to place this. I'm going to go into build camera again. Maybe help get a better line of sight by going on this hill here. Out of build camera. We don't have to go straight to the target as long as there's enough space between each of these that I stay within build limits. I can correct by heading back over this way. And that's going to be hovering. That's touching the ground enough for my tastes. Perfect. The ones on the other side will not. See, they're going to touch the ground even more. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's rotate that. Now you got to be careful near things like these blue crystals, dihydrogen, because you cannot build on top of them. You will have to harvest them with your mining laser first and then build, and then when they respawn, they'll respawn in your thing. So we could try that actually. Let's do that. That's a fancy little trick, isn't it? What am I on? Animus beam? Sure, why not? Use some of this dihydrogen to harvest that dihydrogen. Let's go back into build. Structures, and now let's put one of these basically right where those things were. Let's rotate it a bit. And that's pretty much on the ground, I think. Now I can delete that one. And I bet if I snap this one here, it's gonna be hovering, isn't it? A little bit, but that's okay. Those crystals growing back through it might look pretty cool. We'll see. We'll see. All right, get the next one in. A piece of metal there. Let's go into build camera because I want to see how big this hole is. Yeah, let's go around that hole, and we're almost there. You see that? Okay, and I bet I can place one straight from build camera halfway where we need to go. Sure can. Let's go into this piece of metal right here. And we're just going to leave build camera and double check that we don't leave the build menu all the way while we walk to that piece. So if this thing disappears, if we lose our ability to place build items, we'll know that our border has not been extended. Okay, good. We're here. We're done. We can build a base all the way out to this thing here. And let's take a scan. For minerals, it's B class, so it's better than I thought. B for better than I thought. Oh, and it's right here actually. Right inside of this Tiberium growth. Silver, okay. Now if I head back to, oh, that was a pretty cool cave, look at that. No, it's a small one. Okay. But if this planet had really huge caves underneath, that might be something cool. But again, you miss out on the sky, you miss out on the cool views, you miss out on the ease of access. You can't put a ship landing pad underground. You can put one there, but you're never going to get your ship to appear on it, even if you summon it there. So that's something to consider. Lots of benefits to being on the surface. At the very least, what you're going to want to do is put your landing pad on the surface and have your base underneath. And you can put short-range teleporters to get you... Oh, again, another neat cave entrance right by the base. We missed this earlier. Looks like we got another bit of a secret cave over here. Can we get in here? Oh, this is the one we found earlier. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is definitely the one we found earlier. Oh, that's neat. Maybe we could have something built up around that hovering, rotating Tiberium growth. We're pretty close to a couple of these. Some sort of study of those growths. I saw Lava Lamp as a base like that. It takes a lot of skill to be able to build up around these things without destroying them. They eventually should reappear like trees do, but sometimes they won't. All right. Well, we've done the groundbreaking. We have 2 bases placed in this system. We have 1 more to place on that giant toxic, radioactive gas bag behind us. We're going to have to do that off camera. We're going to lay the groundwork on all those other bases, and we're going to start building some structure. And we'll come back and take a look and see how things are going in another episode. But until then, everyone, have a good time.